Hi, this is Rick Eymer, sports editor of the Palo Alto Weekly, and we're here with the Boys Athlete of the Week from Palo Alto, Miles Tention. In the two games in the CCS tournament last week, he scored 29 points in one game and he leads the team in assists for the whole season. And one of the incredible things was the play that ended Saturday night's game against Los Gatos, which was a rubber match. They'd split during the regular season, and I'm going to let Miles kind of tell you what happened on that.
So we called a few timeouts before the free throw, and we didn't really have a play that we were going to set up. All I was told is Brian was going to set a screen at the top of the key, so he missed the free throw, got the ball from Spencer off the rebound. First goal was just try and find Brian getting up the court. I looked up at the clock. There's about 4 seconds left. I drove left, and then Spencer yelled at my name, and I kind of spun towards him, threw the ball. The second I kind of threw it, I was like, oh, he's open. And then it went up, and I was like, I think that's in. And next thing you know, Spencer knocks in a shot, and we all go crazy. So,
No, I would imagine at that same moment, it's kind of hard to describe what's going through your minds, but the pictures sure looked like you guys were very happy. I mean, do you remember anything about as soon as the ball went through the net?
I was like trying to yell, and I kind of just like was at a loss, and I was like, my mouth kind of open. I was just like, oh, like, we just won CCS, and that was a big goal for us this year. But it was just like pure joy of everybody, because that was Los Gatos topped us of being an undefeated record in the league, so everyone was kind of hyped up for this game, ready to go. So it was a fun game as well.
Yeah, I also saw some pictures of your coach jumping on the dog pile, which was rather unusual, but what the heck, it was overwhelming. Now, also you guys could have been in the Open Division too, and one of the problems was just too many of the WCL teams. We won't get into that. But, you've played with all those teams. You've done well against, 3-point losses to Bellarmine and St. Francis. That's saying a lot. Is that a motivating factor as you move forward?
I think it was definitely games that we can go back and look at and understand that we're really close to being a team that we want to be. Those two teams are very good, and Bellarmine's an Open. So I think if we play how we did with Bellarmine, we play a little bit better, we have potential to go really far in this playoff run.
Yeah, now Bellarmine only has 2 losses this year, so they're a very good team. I've seen them play. I saw them really beat up on MA. So you're looking at you're going over to Oakland to play Fremont. Is that correct? Now, do you know anything about Fremont, and do you know anything about Merritt College?
Don't know anything about Merritt College. Never been there. That's where we play. In Fremont, don't know too much about them, but they're here and we're playing them, so they must be a good team. So we're definitely not going to underestimate them. We know they're quick and they're fast and they're going to press. So it'll be a good challenge for us, and we'll see how we fare.
Right. Now, I would imagine growing up that you had a lot of basketball talk in your family.
Yep.
Yeah, your father played for Arizona and coached basketball. So did you grow up kind of understanding the game intellectually as well as physically?
Definitely. It's kind of been a big aspect always through my life. And I've kind of always learned and grown from the game. I've always been around it. I've always watched it at the highest level. So I think always being around the game helped me learn and understand the right way to play and just be a better basketball player overall.
Okay, how would you describe your team? I know you have sometimes it's you that's the leading scorer, sometimes it's Spencer, sometimes it's Max. Kind of talk about your team a little bit.
I love our team. I think we have been together pretty much for 2 years. We lost one senior last year, and then a few role guys left the team. But for the most part, it's the same core group of guys, and we're very deep. We go 9, 10 deep, and everyone has extreme potential. 1 through 9 can pretty much start for us. So, some days it's Max is struggling, and I have to pick up scoring, or Jared and Spencer shoot well, and it's kind of find them, or Slemmer or Brian are doing well in the post. So every game is different. We just kind of have to find the flow and who's hot that certain day. I
guess you and Jared also talk a lot about basketball. You guys are both, your fathers are both in coaching. Yep. That must be interesting talk. But and the fact is, when you look at the team, you have a couple of football players that don't start, but they're very athletic, and Bryant and Paul, and talk about the bench a little bit too.
Our bench is a key part of us because we press, and that's kind of our big go-to this year. Was we're going to get up and be more conditioned than teams and be deeper and be able to tire our teams out. So I think guys coming off the bench is extremely important for us. We have Will Schmutz, great point guard, always under control. Paul, who's really strong going to the basket. You have Bryant down low. Jack, who was a starter early in the year, And then Jarrett took that spot from him, but Jack's still super good off the bench, and he's just a big energy guy. Ethan's our great defense guy. Started the little spark that we had versus Los Gatos. So I think the bench is definitely a main part of why we are such a good team this year.
Yeah, very fun to watch. I know that, and that's Miles Tention. He'll be playing in the NorCal playoffs this week with his team from Palo Alto. And congratulations.
Thank you.